Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of The Dispatch. We are here at the Sobha Realty Training Centre today, in the boardroom, no less, because we've got quite a lineup for you today. I'm Josh James, and with me today, Nicole Holliday. Nicole, how are you?
I'm amazing.
You should be. I mean, there's no excuses at the moment.
Right, how can I not be? A special episode of The Dispatch. Thank you so much for having me. We're at the training ground. We are in the boardroom that I've never been in before, and we've got the Premier League trophy behind us.
I feel like I should give it a round of applause.
Yeah. Woo! We love you. We've had our photos with it, obviously. You can't not. I'm not even going to play it cool.
Yeah, we're not the only ones, by the way. Everyone who's walked in has just been completely distracted, and you're trying to have a conversation and their eyes are looking at the trophy, so that's fair enough. I mean, it demands attention, a Premier League trophy.
Oh, it's just amazing, isn't it? And, you know, like you said, this is a special episode of The Dispatch. We've got brilliant guests. I mean, we're going to be chatting to Mikel Arteta. We've got co-chair Josh Kroenke, CEO Richard Garlick. Like, it's
not a bad lineup.
Brilliant,
it's not a bad lineup. And what we're going to talk to them about. I mean, has anything happened in the last week, really, that we can think of?
Not
maybe?
much. I mean, where were you on Sunday? What were you up to?
Sunday, let me think. Oh, yeah, I was watching Arsenal lift the Premier League trophy on Sunday.
Come on.
I was lucky enough to be at Selhurst Park in a working and, you know, cheering when
in a working capacity.
Well, I was working. It's my job. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it very much on Sunday, being just sort of just in front of where the away fans were, which looked like just party zone from literally 2 hours before kickoff. The beach balls, the balloons, the banners, the chanting, and then Martin Odegaard lifts the trophy. And a moment we've been waiting for so long, and it didn't disappoint. And you were at the other party in North London, in North London, at the Emirates.
Yeah, Emirates Stadium. We were doing our matchday show live from N5 from our studio in Emirates Stadium, and it was so cool. I mean, of course, the vibes, everything was just brilliant, and you could hear the party.
Oh, really?
And everything happening. Fireworks. Genuinely heard fireworks going off outside the stadium, and I was like, "What is going on outside there? I need to go and join in." So as soon as we wrapped, ran outside and just kind of ended up running into some form of mosh pit, and I was jumping around. We were singing a Santi Cazorla song, and you're like, I don't even know what's happening right now, but I'm going to join in and love it.
It's just not stopped, has it, since Tuesday night, basically?
It's been unbelievable. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the moment, and I'm not going to stop until maybe 6 weeks' time. Am I right?
Well, certainly, hopefully, it continues this weekend as well. I mean, we've got another, hopefully, big occasion coming up this weekend. Champions League final.
Oh, I can't think about it yet.
No, okay. Well, we've got lots to talk about, haven't we?
We do.
Before that happens. So, should we bring our guests on?
Go on then, let's do it.
Let's do it. So Josh, Mikel, Rich, first of all, thanks so much for joining us today on The Dispatch. And just because I never get bored of saying it, I'm going to say it again. Arsenal are Premier League champions, 25-26. How are you feeling after Sunday? The celebrations, you're still in that mood, are you, from Sunday, the euphoria of the weekend?
Yeah, well, I can use jet lag as an excuse a little bit, but still buzzing. Emotion, pride, everything that I assume that Gooners worldwide felt in that moment. But being out there with my dad and being able to hug these guys next to me, knowing the journey that we've all been on, I'm just incredibly proud of our group.
Yeah, Mikel, can you even find the words yet to sum up what this means to you and how that moment felt?
Yeah, that's not easy to do. I said it is much better than I expected or I could ever imagined. Because it happened in such a beautiful way as well. Nobody expected to win it while we're at home. The reaction was incredible, starting from the players here all together to all our people gathering together at the Emirates and all the countries and all the images that we've seen. Then celebrating again away from home, not expected, but it was beautiful, the setup, the connection that you could see between the supporters and the team. And then bringing the families for that party and have their moment as well.
Yeah. Rich, I've seen you a few times the past few weeks. How are you feeling now after the weekend?
I think the first time we spoke, I described it as nervousness, excitement. Then it's gone into elation when we won, and then it's pride, really. It's just pride, just being, I know it wasn't at home, it was at Crystal Palace, but that trophy lift, that moment when Martin picks the trophy up, comes in front of everyone, the whole place goes up. It was just a bit of relief as well, if I'll be honest, in terms of everyone's worked so hard to get here. and it's just brilliant to see, a fantastic celebration to this part of the journey, sort of getting where we wanted to get to. And I know we've got another bit to go as well this season, which is incredibly exciting. So you've got to reset and go again. But the weekend was great. The Sunday was fantastic. The whole atmosphere, the celebration afterwards as well, and everything since everything since then has just been fantastic.
And Josh, for you, it must have been so special to be able to celebrate with your dad on that day as well on Sunday, to bring the trophy out. I mean, those images will live forever in the memories of all Arsenal fans. What was it like for you?
There was an outpouring of emotion. I mean, Mikel mentioned it. It was kind of a beautiful moment. If I wasn't going to be here at the training facility with our group, I was actually pleased to be able to process the amount of emotions that I went through by myself with my fiance at home. So, but that moment on Sunday, that's why I'm full of pride and full of thanks, because it helped create a moment that no matter what I did, you can't buy those moments. There's no way to create those moments unless you achieve something. And so to be out there and be able to walk that trophy out with my dad, knowing the journey that he and I have been on together alongside these guys, all I do is say thanks for everything, because, you created a moment with myself and my dad that it's invaluable for me. So I'm forever grateful.
And Mikel, you had your family there at Selhurst Park too. That must have been so special.
It was, and again, not expected. When you see Stan and Josh together, wow. I don't think it gets much better than that. They've done it again in many other sports, which is incredible to witness. So I cannot imagine how they feel about this. But we had the opportunity to bring the families to the pitch as well. And you could see the joy and everything that they've been through with us. And for them to have that moment, to be next to the trophy, to kiss it, to touch it, it's just special.
Which is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, people have been walking in here while we were setting up, and their eyes were lighting up, and I'm like, oh, they're nice. They're pleased to see us, and then I realised, no, they're pleased to see that, because it's just, I mean, what it symbolises, and the journey that you spoke about as well, and there it is, embodied.
Yeah, that journey, and there's a lot of people made a lot of sacrifices to get there. Professionally working hard with their family, as Mikel said. There are times when football is not the most sociable hours that people work. During the season and certain days, and whether it's the staff here that are here every day working with the players, or the staff at Highbury House or at Hale End, or everybody's working for the same goal, or wanting to achieve that one thing of winning that major trophy and then going on to win other trophies as well. That's what the plan is. But there's a lot of people that have spent a lot of time, as I say, sacrificed a lot to get us here. So I suppose when they see that, they're like, that, wow, yeah, we can see what we were fighting for, can see what we were trying to achieve. It's really special.
And Mikel, of course, lifting the Premier League trophy, that's a moment that you must have dreamt of. How did the reality compare to what you'd pictured in your head?
Much better than the reality.
Oh, I love that.
And looking it from the side, that moment when Stan and Josh are bringing the trophy there next to them, Martin comes in, he picks it up, they walk in, and I was just looking at the players' faces, how much it means to them, and just to see them gathering together and lifting it, it was incredible, because they fully deserve it. We talk a lot about people, the players fully deserve that moment, and from now on we go for more.
Let's rewind a bit. I mean, we're forgetting what day it is because the last week's been such a blur, but we go back to last Tuesday, when it was all decided and the final whistle went. We know the story of how you found out, lovely story of your son telling you. Who was the first person you spoke to at the club when it was confirmed?
I got a straight video call. From Josh immediately.
Really?
Yeah. And we were almost in tears. Josh, it was quite emotional.
Speak for yourself. I was definitely in tears. Yeah, there was an outpouring of emotion, that's for sure.
Do you remember what was even said to each other in that moment?
No, it was just like, we've done it. I think that joy, that relief immediately, and the realization that, we are where we want to be.
Yeah, it was a very quick conversation, and it was just an acknowledgement that we did it, and very proud and very thankful. Now get back to enjoying it with your family, and don't miss the moment. And that's why he's always so good about things like that. He's and be sure you're present in the moment. And as much as I wanted to be talking to everyone, I was very emotional, and was pleased I was by myself to be able to process those with my fiance. But speaking to him was great. Seeing the jubilation that was going on, that was when I really lost it, and just sat there on the phone and watched everything.
You said, I need to get over to London.
Yeah, well, I was at Burnley the night before.
Okay.
And so I got up very early the following morning to get back to tend to some things in the United States with the plan always come back for Palace. And so we landed right when Bournemouth scored.
Mikel, we know you obviously have the Champions League final to prepare for, so we are going to let you go in a moment, but we've all seen the photo that Bukayo Saka put on Instagram of, you guys having a great time, enjoying the moment, celebrating
on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Are there any stories you can tell us, Mikel, before we let you go of that evening?
What did the cameras not see? That's what we want to know.
Who had the best dance moves?
On Tuesday night?
Yeah. Can you remember?
The nightclub.
Yeah, but which moment?
Well, you tell us which moment.
There was
So
a
when
photo where you...
Oh, you've seen the photo.
Yeah. No, they were having a picture then, and I just jumped into it. Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
Who's got the best dance moves?
You can say yourself.
Because they must have been...
Mosquera.
Yeah?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, Mosquera is really
Mosquera.
good. Mosquera is
Yeah.
really good.
It must be so nice for you to see them that relaxed, because it's just everything comes out at that point, doesn't it?
And the staff as well.
Yeah.
And the bonding between them. I've been in those parties, and normally the players want to leave after 10 or 15 minutes. They were together for 4 hours, and that's a big compliment to the relationship that they have built between them.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. We are going to let you go. How are you feeling ahead of the Champions League final?
Very
Huge
excited.
occasion.
Yeah, we're doing all the preparations now. We need to use all the energy and all the good feelings that we have and the confidence that we feel right now and to get really well prepared and go and win it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us today, and hopefully next time we speak to you, I have another trophy to talk about. So we'll let you go and prepare, because
you very much.
that's the day job. That's the main job. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Now Mikel's gone, we can talk about him. Josh, what Mikel has achieved here at Arsenal has been incredible. His leadership and, of course, such a special group of players. What is it like working with Mikel?
The beauty of who Mikel is the person that he is. One, he's this highly competitive person that I think the world gets to see on a weekly basis. But the person behind that competitor is top-notch. And, just as much as I get to talk to Mikel about what's going on at the club, he and I talk about life quite a bit as well. And so to work with him is a blessing, and one that I hope we continue for a very long time.
Yeah, I've got to ask you, we did have a glimpse of yourself and Mikel at Selhurst Park singing The Angel. So I just want to know, who's got the better voice out of the two of you?
Well, if you're putting us side by side, I mean, just knowing how bad mine is, I would give the nod to him, having never heard it. But fortunately, when there's thousands of people singing,
They drown you
loud,
out, yeah. You just one
it
voice.
doesn't matter at all. All you got to be is as loud and proud as you can be, and it fits in right, just fine.
And Rich, I mean, obviously you know Mikel very well, worked very closely with him over the years, and we see him on the match day, we see him in media. What's he like away from that? Is there something that you can tell us maybe supporters wouldn't know about Mikel and how he works?
I think as Josh said, he's a really funny guy, really relaxed, loves a family around, but also like my family, Josh's family, the people that know him, everyone gets on really well, and he's really good company. So very generous with his time, and always asking how family and friends are doing, and he's great like that. Family, you can tell family means a lot to him, and I mean his family, but also the wider families of others as well.
Yeah, and I will say it's also fascinating from my perspective to work with a guy like Mikel from the other areas of our business that I touch in the United States, because Mikel is always trying to be a sponge and pick up best practices or new information wherever he can. Whether it's he suggests documentaries to me every now and then that he thinks might help with aspects of leadership or things, and it could be something involving a chef that manages multiple restaurants and how you have to think about trusting people with the menu even though you're not there. And so he's thinking about things in a different way, and that's what another of the traits that I love about him is he's trying to pull best practices from other areas to think if he can apply them to our football team.
Because we've seen the footage of pre-match, especially in the dressing room, and he comes up with these ideas, and you think, where's his inspiration? And I guess if he's taken it from everywhere, basically,
Absolutely,
different sports and different walks of life. Is that?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of conversation about set pieces this year, but I remember a conversation a few years ago where, and we already had our staff in place and they were already working very hard. But Mikel was looking at an NFL American football game, and he just kind of broke it down in a way that I had never heard. And he goes, every play is a set piece. Every play is choreographed. Every play is a set piece. And you could see him starting to kind of go into his mode where how do we apply this to what? And I know he had already kind of unleashed many ideas at that point, but he's always constantly looking. I took him to a hockey game. Look at the triangles on the ice. He goes, they form triangles everywhere up the ice. And he goes, we have to get down there. I'd love to meet the.
Oh, really?
And he's seeing it, and he sees it through his own way, where he can break it down.
Yeah.
And he might not, know it and how it's going to relate to what he wants to do, but he wants
can
to
use
look at it
everything,
and apply it in some way.
It's so interesting how Mikel's mind works, and I guess he's always wanting to learn and better, and well, that's how he's got to this point, right? That's how we've lifted a Premier League trophy. Is there a moment in particular that stands out to you this season that best summarises Mikel and the special group of players that we have? I mean, there are probably a few moments that you can think of.
Shall I go first? I think Newcastle away.
Yeah.
Because that had been a tough place to go, right? And they were up for it again. They're an excellent side, well coached. That atmosphere is incredible. So to play and to get an equaliser towards, I think it was 5 minutes or just before the end, and 1-1, you're thinking, okay, that's great. But actually the mentality was different this year. It was like, we're not just going to settle for that. We're going to go, and we went and got the winner in the last minute. And everybody went up, and it almost, not only did it break the hoodoo of playing at Newcastle and what happened previously when we'd gone up there and never got a result, I think it also sent a wave out there saying, we're here, we mean business, we're not settling, we're going to be relentless throughout this season. And I think you've seen that. That, to me, was the moment that I remember this season.
There were several. For me, there was one in January when I was here. We had just lost to Manchester United at home, and I remember a lot of the big wins, but the tough moments are the ones that jump out to me, and that was the first moment where I think you felt the outside really try to pile on and say that there was going to be additional pressure. Can they do this? And and we don't do this all the time, but Mikel and I wound up going to dinner while I was here, and we were talking through a few things, and after that dinner, I left there with a real confidence that we were going to do this. And it was nothing from, just Mikel and I talking, and most of the conversation was about life. But it was just a reassurance of keep going. And, sometimes you have to just tune out the noise and do it in spite of what's going on. And I could feel that resolve start to harden around him and the group even more so each time I would come over.
And that sort of sums up the journey that we've been on over the last few years, wasn't it? And that's when microcosm of believing, keep going, trust the process, and it will pay off.
Yeah.
And it has paid off.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, we left that dinner and we both kind of said, there's going to be another big moment in the next few months. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's really going to come. And sure enough, it came. And the group was ready, and that was, it made me so proud to see Declan, immediately after the defeat at City just turn around and say, it's not done. And that's the mindset you have to have, and that's why the trophy's sitting here next to us today.
Also, what an iconic moment that is, that obviously Declan wouldn't have even thought of. I think he said that there were so many cameras around. Of course, he doesn't know what's being picked up, that the camera's on him in that moment. It also just shows the belief and how special this group really are, doesn't it?
Absolutely showed how much they want it, how much they all believed, and collectively they all had that same mindset of being resilient and at the right time pushing through. And you're right, that was also a big moment in the Manchester City game, the second half. Yeah. We went in the dressing room afterwards, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was down because we'd lost, but there was a positivity around. We should have won that.
It ended in defeat, but there was definitely some side eyes around the room that one had gotten away from us by how well our group played, and I think that. That moment, even though it ended in defeat that day, plus some of the resolve that was in the room gave them the confidence to just really buckle down for this last stretch.
Yeah, and there's more to come, as we've spoken about.
Exactly.
Champions League final, especially coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
I guess now the mindset is now that's the next target. That's what we're working towards this week. How are you feeling about the trip to Hungary this weekend?
No, I mean it's an honor to be there, an honor to be a part of this. But I think more so than it being an honor, we're in it to win it. And even though this club, is an incredible club and knocked us out of the Champions League last year, we're going to be a different group than we were last year. And in one match, winner take all, anything can happen. And so I'm also very excited to see what this group can do with a weight lifted off of their shoulders a little bit, both from Mikel and the players. They've been through so much pressure this year, and now the pressure is off, from what's sitting beside me. And now let's put on some smiles and our competitive hats, and let's go see what we can do in Budapest.
Yeah, I think having played PSG last year twice, I think that was a pivotal moment actually in that when we were down afterwards after the match in Paris where we were with Mikel, and we looked at the depth of the squad and the bench in particular, what he could have changed in that second half when he looked to it. Despite Donnarumma having a world in the first half, we struggled to in the second half to sort of create those chances until the end. But we said we don't want to be in that position where Mikel looks at his bench and he hasn't got people that can come on, and that's what happened in the summer with the investment that Josh and his father put with the club and executed brilliantly by Andrea and James and Mikel in terms of bringing those players in, and you saw the fruits of that. I said the other day when we played West Ham, Martin Odegaard comes off the bench with Kai Havertz. That wouldn't have happened, last year when we were playing at Liverpool with 5 left backs on the field because we were running out of players. Yeah. But now actually, Martin Odegaard comes on, Kai Havertz comes on. Martin sets the goal up for Leo, scores, bang, job done. All down to the investment that was made in the summer and the depth of the squad, being able to pull out moments like that. It's not a fluke. It's
a plan. It's a clear
plan that's been executed brilliantly.
Yeah. I just want to slightly rewind to Tuesday night because we've spoken about the celebrations and what you guys were doing, but of course the scenes, that atmosphere outside Emirates Stadium, all around North London, were just
North London
incredible.
And the world.
Yeah, everywhere. It's just been amazing. Josh, what's it been like for you to see that?
I mean, you're going to make me emotional with some of the images that are popping into my mind from, outside the Emirates that night to seeing people celebrate across the continent of Africa, across Asia, across United States even, and, the people that have reached out. It's incredible to see the people that are just letting you know that they're proud of us and proud of the accomplishment that we achieved. So, what does it mean to me and what do those scenes mean? It means the world because it means that people are behind this group of players and coaches in a way that they haven't been in a really long time.
And on Sunday, of course, we've got our victory parade where not only will we have the Premier League trophy and hopefully the Champions League trophy, but the women's team who become world champions in January will be there as well. So it's going to be a great moment for the whole club.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's celebrating all the successes that we've had this season. Obviously, men win the Premier League, hopefully the Champions League, the women winning the Champions Cup for the first time, inaugural winners of that Champions, and also I think the Ballon d'Or Team of the Year as well. So it's important, we have a one club mentality. We want to celebrate everybody's successes, both men's, women's, academy, on the field, off the field. We'll have members of the community on those buses as well to celebrate, what Arsenal stands for. So it'll be a great celebration on all fronts.
The hard work doesn't stop now. How important is it that we keep this momentum going into next season and beyond, Josh?
Absolutely. The success that we've had this season, it's going to put us onto a platform where commercially, off and on the field, I would just say that as a club, we have a big opportunity. As much as we're excited about winning the league, we can't be complacent in any areas. Every squad in the league if we didn't have a target on our back before, we now have the target. And so every squad in the league is already trying to strengthen, and if we're not strengthening, we're stagnating or standing still. So we need to keep evolving and just not let complacency come into the picture at any point.
No draft system in England, which is good, isn't it? Which is, if you're at the top, you can stay at the top.
That's exactly right. And, in our commercial department, I want to tip my hat to them with what they've done. Our club revenues are growing just alongside the success that we've had on the field. And so continuing to grow that aspect of our business to allow us to reinvest is only going to help us strengthen.
So, Rich, what can you tell us about summer plans? That's what the supporters want.
Yeah.
The season, the final whistle go, and they'll be like, right, what's happening with transfers?
As Josh said, we and the Arsenal motto, always forward. We're always looking to be better. Where there's always places where we can improve and move things around and change things, and we've got to get ourselves, match fit for the next season ahead. In all ways, both on and off the field of play. As Josh said, we've got that connection now with our supporters, which has taken a little bit more time to build, but now it's unbelievable. We've just been talking about it, and we need to tap into that. We need to tap into all the great work that we still do in the community, not forget who we are and what we stand for as a club and the roots that we have, because this club has got a huge long history, and I'm very proud and fortunate to just have this moment in time when we're doing this, but there's a whole history behind it, and the thing I've said to all the staff is, this is that moment in time where you can say you were there when this happened and grab it, but after that we go again. We reset, we move forward. In everything that we do, we're always trying to progress and go on to the next big thing. And as I've said a few times now, our strategy at the top of our strategy tree is win major trophies. Not just one trophy, but trophies. So that's what we'll be aiming to do.
Okay. What are the priorities this summer, Josh? I'm asking what everyone wants to know,
Right now I need to get a little sleep before Saturday. No, I'm kidding. The priorities, to be frank, or to be fair, we're going to go sit with Mikel and Andrea this afternoon to have a quick thought before the madness of Budapest kicks off. And so I would be able to answer that question probably better in a few days, but either way I wouldn't answer it in a few days.
I wondered where you were going with that, but you answered that really well, so fair play.
So just before we go then, we've spoken about the supporters and the reaction. Is there a message that you would like? It's been such a long journey for you as well as part of the club, and I don't know, nearly 20 years your involvement with the club. What would you like to say to the supporters at this time?
Just thank you. On behalf of the players, coaches, and staff, thank you for the support. And this for sure is an accomplishment of Mikel and the players. But on another level, this is for them. Yeah, they deserve it.
Oh. Wonderful.
You're just soaking it up, Nicole. I can just see.
Yeah, look, we're in the boardroom as well, by the way. They've let the dispatch in the boardroom. I was like, this is where players sign, isn't it? Of course, I've had a picture.
It's going to be busy in the summer in here as well, I think.
Well. Should we go off to the meeting now with Josh and Mikel?
Well, Rich and Josh, thanks so much for coming in today and speaking to us on the dispatch. Really appreciate it. And our other guest as well made an appearance as well, so it's always nice.
It's looking beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful. It is. So yeah, thanks very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How good was that? I absolutely loved that, and just brilliant insight, wasn't it, from Josh, Mikel, and Rich?
You can tell that they've all been on a journey. We've all been on a journey, haven't we? But so much work has gone into it by so many different people, and it's like. It's that relief, but it's that enjoyment, and it's great to hear it from them, isn't it?
I also loved how they reacted to the Premier League trophy, even though they've all seen it, they've all lifted it, all probably kissed it, but it's still like in awe of it.
That feeling's never going to get old, is it? It's like you walk into a room and it just sort of dominates, and it was great to hear from them. Like they're still processing it, I think. So much has happened, and it's been such a whirlwind, and something you look forward to for so long, and then it's there, and it's like we can enjoy it, but also can't enjoy it completely because back to work. We go out to get back to training, prepare for the weekend. Small matter of a Champions League final. How are you feeling about it? You're going to be in Budapest, right? I'll be in Budapest covering the game, and it's the first. So back in 2006, I was there as a supporter. Wow. So it's the first time I've worked the Champions League final, and Champions League games are big anyway, aren't they? They're a big occasion. The eyes of the world are on you, and it's just going to be times whatever, a million at the weekend in Hungary. So I'm looking forward to it. It's we're going out. I think the team will go out on Thursday. to train on the Friday, and then obviously the match on the Saturday, and they'll come back Sunday morning early, straight to the parade. So for us, the staff, a few of us are going out on the Friday, so there'll still be a pre-match press conference. All that will sort of stay the same. So for us, it was business as usual until hopefully at the end when there might be another trophy lift. What about you? You'll be obviously hosting our very special live from N5 special.
Yeah, a very special one indeed, live from 4 p.m. See you there. And because we will be at Emirates Stadium for the screening, and I just think the atmosphere there, the energy is just going to be brilliant, and I'm so excited for that. How are you feeling about the game though itself?
I'm really confident about the game, and I think we've just been so strong and so solid in Europe this season. Like the defence has been amazing, almost more of a team that's suited for cup games than like we've obviously won the league, and we've done that by being the best team in the country. But the way that we can turn up for a 90-minute game, I think is really going to suit us. We've got players coming back now. Mikel Marino's joined the squad as well, so. I feel really confident. And last year, obviously, they beat us last year. We're better than them than we were back then. We're much stronger. We've got more players available. We didn't have Big Gabby last year, for example. Got more options in attack. We've got our new players, and the fact. And Josh referenced it, didn't he, just now, that they're going to go into that game without the weight of expectation they would have done.
It's the freedom, isn't it?
And added to that, the feeling you get from walking around. I mean, I'm sure you've had it. I've had it walking around with the Arsenal shirt on. You feel 10 feet tall.
I don't walk, I skip.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine what the players are feeling like going onto the pitch, knowing that they're champions. I think that's going to add another level, and I'm confident. What about you?
Oh, I mean, you've made me more confident. No,
talk.
I feel good. I do think winning the Premier League, although we knew it was coming this week, I do think the confidence and momentum now with the team, I think if they didn't before, they certainly now believe and know that they absolutely can go on and win the UEFA Champions League.
It's a one-off game. If we play at our best, I really do think we'll get it done. Yeah. But there's going to be a party either way, isn't there, on the Sunday at the screening?
Yes, the parade.
Oh, sorry, at the parade on the Sunday. Yeah, so you'll be working for that?
I will be. We're doing a special show, Champions, live from N5. I don't know why I'm selling it down the camera. It's going to be great. If you're not able to be there, then watch our show because, you know, we'll be soaking up the atmosphere. We've got roving reporters on the buses. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be so special for everyone, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, there's a lucky few that can go, which is obviously, it's like any cup final. Not everyone can go. So this is going to be the place to congregate on Sunday when everyone comes back. Some people will probably come straight from Budapest. Some people will be coming from all over the world to be there. So, yeah, it's going to be a special day.
A few sore heads, I imagine.
I think the Monday might be people not turning up for work, but that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, we love to see it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to next week. And, yeah, hopefully next time I see you, we'll be European champions as well. It'd be nice, won't it?
Come on.
Well, that was a very special episode of The Dispatch today. And we'll be back, of course, next week to hopefully look back on another trophy success, which will be nice. So we'd love you to join us again. And remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And you can watch, they're all being filmed, so you can see us in the boardroom as we are this week. You can watch us on our official YouTube channel, on arsenal.com, and of course, the Arsenal, our official app. So until next time, we'll see you, and come on, you Arsenal!
Come on, Arsenal!